Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now. If you've been paying close attention to the NFC East lately, you've probably sensed that something's brewing, something that could shake up the entire division. And for Washington Commanders fans, this is especially exciting because the start of the 2025 season has been nothing short of spectacular. Coming off an impressive run last year, the Commanders have seemingly picked up right where they left off. Their season opener, played this past Sunday, was a statement game, and it wasn't just about winning. It was about sending a message to the rest of the division and the league that they're serious about competing at the highest level once again. The game itself was a divisional showdown against the New York Giants, a team that's traditionally been a thorn in Washington's side. But this time, the Commanders dominated from start to finish, walking away with a convincing 21-6 victory. That's right, a solid win, a defensive masterclass, and an offense that showed flashes of brilliance. And let's not forget, this wasn't just any game, it was the debut of a new chapter for the team, especially with a bunch of fresh faces that the front office brought in during the offseason. Some of those players stepped onto the field with high expectations, and one in particular, wide receiver Deebo Samuel, made sure to make his mark early on. Samuel's addition was seen as a crucial move for Washington to boost their offensive firepower, and he delivered in a big way. Deebo Samuel's versatility was on full display against the Giants. If you watched the game, you saw him nearly rack up 100 yards in his debut, and most of that yardage came through the air. He finished with 77 yards on 7 receptions, showing that he's not just a deep threat but a reliable target across the middle. But what really caught everyone's attention was his ability to do more than just catch passes. Samuel also proved he's a threat in the running game, ripping off a 19-yard touchdown run that electrified the crowd and gave Washington a much-needed boost. That touchdown was more than just points on the board. It was a statement that Samuel can be a game-changer, a difference-maker, and someone who can help take this offense to new heights. For Samuel, this was more than just a good game, it was a fresh start, a new chapter in his career after a bit of a down year in San Francisco. The veteran wide receiver had a lot to prove, especially after some criticism during the offseason. There were questions about his physical condition, his route running, and whether he still had the explosiveness that made him a star. But those doubts were quickly silenced, at least for now, with his performance against the Giants. After the game, the Commanders shared a short clip on their social media, capturing Samuel's excitement and passion. In that clip, Samuel said, "First game at the crib, raise hell. Commanders with the dub, let's get it." And you could see the genuine emotion in his face. He was proud, motivated, and ready to prove that he belongs at the top of this league. Samuel's performance has certainly given the team and fans a lot to be excited about. Heading into the season, there was a lot of speculation about whether Washington made the right move by trading for him. Critics questioned his fit in their system, his physical condition, and even his route running. But now, after just one game, it's clear that Samuel can be a vital piece of the puzzle for the Commanders this season. If he can maintain this level of production, if he can stay healthy, and continue to be a threat both in the air and on the ground, Washington's offense could become one of the most dynamic in the league. And that, my friends, is exactly what they need to make a deep playoff run, especially in a division as competitive as the NFC East. Now, let's talk a bit about the bigger picture here. The NFC East has always been one of the most fiercely contested divisions in the NFL. You have teams like the Dallas Cowboys, the Philadelphia Eagles, and the New York Giants, all with rosters full of talent and hungry for success. But with Washington's strong start, they're quickly establishing themselves as a serious contender. The defense looks stout, the offensive line held up well, and the new faces, including Samuel, are adding a new dimension to their game plan. It's early days, but the momentum is clearly on their side. One of the key elements that got overlooked last season was the potential of this team to click under the right circumstances. The addition of Samuel is just one piece of that puzzle. The coaching staff, led by a head coach who's known for his strategic prowess, has been working tirelessly during the offseason to craft a game plan that maximizes the team's strengths. And so far, it's paying off. The players are buying into the system, and you can see the chemistry building on the field. The defense, which has been a cornerstone of the team for years, continues to be formidable, with a mix of veteran leadership and young talent eager to make their mark. But of course, a lot of the focus now shifts to how they'll sustain this performance throughout the season. One game doesn't make a season, but it's a strong indicator that they're on the right track. The challenge now is maintaining consistency, avoiding injuries, and continuing to adapt as opponents start to analyze their tendencies. Samuel's role will be crucial in this regard. If he can stay healthy, keep producing, and be a reliable weapon, the Commanders will have a serious offensive threat that defenses will have to plan around. Looking ahead, the schedule is exactly easy. They'll face some tough opponents in the coming weeks, and every game will be a test of their resilience and ability to execute under pressure. But with the confidence they've gained from this opening win, and with Samuel's bright start, there's a real sense of optimism among the fanbase. The team has shown that they're willing to fight, that they're hungry to compete, and that they're not going to back down from any challenge. Now, beyond the on-field action, there's a buzz around the team's future. The front office has been aggressive in building this roster, and the early signs suggest that their strategy is paying off. They've brought in players like Samuel to fill specific needs, and so far it's working. The fans are buzzing, the players are fired up, and the entire organization seems to be aligned in their quest for success. The NFC East is still one of the most unpredictable divisions in the NFL, but if Washington keeps this momentum, they might just be the team to beat this year. And let me tell you, the energy around the fanbase is palpable. The excitement isn't just because of the win, it's about the potential. It's about seeing a team that's hungry, that's willing to push through adversity, and that's eager to make a statement. Samuel's debut is just the beginning. If he can keep performing at this level, he could be a catalyst for a deep playoff push, maybe even a shot at returning to the Super Bowl. The sky's the limit for this squad, and the fans are already dreaming big. Of course, there are still questions to be answered. Can they sustain this level of play? Will injuries derail their momentum? How will other divisions and teams respond as they analyze their tendencies? These are the questions every fan is asking right now. But one thing's clear, Washington Commanders are back in the conversation, and they're doing so with style, grit, and a new sense of purpose. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So what's next for the Commanders? Well, the focus will be on maintaining this momentum. They have some tough matchups ahead, and the coaching staff will need to keep the players motivated and prepared. Samuel's role will be critical, especially in breaking down defenses and creating opportunities for others. The defense will need to stay disciplined, especially against high-powered offenses. And the fanbase will be eagerly watching, hoping that this isn't just a flash in the pan, but the start of something much bigger. The story of this season is just beginning, and the early signs are promising. Samuel's debut, the solid team effort, and the unwavering support of the fans all point to a bright future. The NFC East is shaping up to be one of the most exciting divisions in recent memory, and Washington is right in the thick of it. The road ahead won't be easy, but if they keep up this level of play, if they stay healthy, and if they continue to buy into their system, the Commanders could very well be the team to watch this season. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on Samuel's debut? Do you believe this team has what it takes to make a deep playoff run? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more analysis, and all the latest Washington Commanders news. Stay tuned, keep the faith, and let's keep supporting this team through thick and thin. The best is yet to come, and I can't wait to see how this season unfolds for the Commanders. Thanks for watching, and as always, Go Commanders.